book review, and this one is Volume 3 of Bruce Lee's Fighting Method. Some of you may have some copies of this, some of you may have the other copies, some of you may have the complete collection. It's different to other Bruce Lee books that I've reviewed. It's worth having because it's part of the Bruce Lee library. It's worth having for the historical part of it. You've got, Dan and Soto is throughout the book in the pictures. It's very well illustrated. As you can see, it's quite simple to understand and to follow. You shouldn't have any problem at all following what's going on in this book. It is, as you may have gathered or may expect, somewhat kung fu centric because Wing Chun was obviously Bruce Lee's first art. People forget he was also a boxing champion when he was a schoolboy. He was a boxing champion. Then he did Wing Chun Kung Fu. Then by the late 60s, he kind of abandoned that and moved purely into developing his Jeet Kune Do, which means wave the intercepting fist. He got rid of a lot of stuff that he felt didn't work, and he brought in other people's techniques that he felt would work. He did a lot of work, obviously, with Gene LaBelle for his grappling. If you don't know Gene LaBelle, do look the guy up. So yeah, it's heavily illustrated with pictures, so you get a good strong idea of what he's doing. The explanations of his theories are quite in depth. Everything is, I don't know how well you can read that, but it's quite simply written. It's quite basically put together, which is what instruction manuals should be, basic and simple, so you can follow it. The criticism I would have with this is that it's very much based off. It's very much based off the idea of having a one-on-one fight. So if you imagine a no rules MMA bout in a pub car park, Bruce Lee stuff is where you need to be. For self-defense purposes of whack 'em and run, Jeet Kune Do falls down a little bit on that because it is designed around the one-on-one. Let's have a scrap. A definite forerunner to MMA, Jeet Kune Do was. As I said, Gene LaBelle shared techniques with him quite a bit. Gene LaBelle obviously calls himself the godfather of MMA, the godfather of grappling. Gene LaBelle had the first televised MMA bout against Milo Savage. Look that up. As for the book, I like it. I like what Bruce Lee did. I like what Bruce Lee was attempting to do. It's interesting to think where he would have gone had he lived beyond 73. It's worth having for the concepts and principles that Bruce Lee has for self-defense. You can probably live without it, but if you can find it cheap, it's worth having.